Good News ENG Church held a joint worship service in the Gyeonggi region with Pastor Ok-soo Park with the Grotches Choir on January 26, when the Lunar New Year holiday begins. The church members warmly welcomed Pastor Park, and the service began with a video commemorating the 60th anniversary of Good News Mission's evangelism. Then, a duet by tenor Julio and Ji Hyuk Shin of the Grotches Choir, a performance by flautist Changdi Jang, and a duet by Candlestick decorated the stage. Pastor Ok-soo Park spoke on the topic of Acts chapter 6, saying that God has given different gifts to us who have been saved, and that when we spread the word, serve, pray, and carry out God's work according to those gifts, the church grows and bears the fruit of the gospel. He said, the believers who attended the service expected a great gospel work to take place in Enyang through active evangelism this year. On 27th, the Lunar New Year holiday, Good News Gumi Church held a joint worship service in Daegu, Gyeongsangbuk-do region. It was held with invitation of Pastor Ok-soo Park and attended by relatives and acquaintances called by believers to celebrate the Lunar New Year holiday. Pastor Kim Ki-seong of Busan testified, if we learn from the pastor's mindset of going against circumstances, we will become bigger missionary church than we are now. And there was a performance by Grotches Choir. Pastor Ok-soo Park preached Hebrews 10:10 and preached that we have been sanctified through Christ. The believers in Daegu, Gyeongsangbuk-do expressed their desire to live a blessed life by preaching the gospel again this year. Eswatini Good News Manzini Church held a service and New Year's retreat commemorating the 10th anniversary of its mission from January 24th to 26th. 500 public officials, with Chairman of King's Advisory Committee, who delivered a congratulatory speech recalling his relationship with the mission, and Secretary General of National Assembly, attended, and former Deputy Prime Minister Payal Damini. Pastor Tae-wook Kang testified of the construction of Eswatini Mission Center, and Pastor Jin-soo Kim preached under title, The Heart Can Breathe. More programs and performances were added, making it a meaningful time to share hope and joy. Good News Incheon Church held a Lunar New Year event for multicultural families and international students from January 25th to 30th. The college student team invited international students on 25th to experience traditional Lunar New Year games, and the Russian team also held a Lunar New Year festival for Koreans. The Philippine team visited the Korean folk village on 28th and 29th, and on 30th, the Myanmar team held events such as wearing hanbok, singing, boasting, and mind lectures at Myanmar Center. The Incheon Church expressed its joy in being able to create a warm Lunar New Year where foreigners can experience Korean culture and interact with each other. Good News Ansan Church held a winter camp with Sakhalin neighbors at Forest Chuan in Hongseong, Gangwon-do on January 23rd and 24th. Sakhalin neighbors enjoyed the scenery of the snow-covered forest and participated in many programs, with experiential, dance performances, and talent shows. Camp teachers directly preached the gospel to attendees. Ansan Church announced that it has received a lot of requests for events from Sakhalin neighbors and plans to conduct various programs to spread the gospel to them. Good News Siabusan Church Youth Association held a Lunar New Year Multicultural Festival on the 26th. Multicultural families from Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Uzbekistan living in Korea attended and participated in various programs like traditional experiences and recreation. During the Mind Lecture, Pastor Kyung-deek Park gave a lecture on the topic of the power of the mind to overcome difficulties. The Siabusan Church Youth Association expressed its desire to continue to spread the gospel and maintain exchanges with multicultural people. Good News Jekian Church Youth Association held an Enjoy Korea event to invite international students to celebrate the Lunar New Year holiday on January 26. While various programs were held, Nepalese students appeased their longing for their hometown by making and sharing momo, their country's traditional food. Through the example of the redwood tree, Senior Pastor Hong Ho-yoon delivered the message that God created people to live together in harmony, and that even if studying abroad in Korea is difficult, if you stay connected, you can live a much happier life. It was a time to share the warm hearts of foreigners and multicultural families through various events at churches during holidays in other countries.